What's up, everybody? Still a sacrilege to me that they put the new Ninja Turtles on the cover of the ice cream. I don't know. I'm old school. But the good news is that they didn't change the Ninja Turtles on the inside, and they still look like the original Ninja Turtles ice cream that we got back in the day. So that's the sick thing about it. So I like that they kept the ice cream looking the same, but they did cover the package differently, which is a smart idea because all the kids nowadays know the new show. By the way, if you didn't watch the new Ninja Turtles show that's over now, by the way, there's a new one out that's coming out soon and it looks terrible. Not because April O'Neil's black, but because the show just doesn't look as good. I don't know. But this show was really good. I was very happy. I thought it was going to be... They changed a few things that annoyed a few people, but... You know, it happens or whatever, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Casual German? What's up, Steve? How's it in Germany, anyway, Casual German? How's it been over there, man? A lot of misconceptions about your country, man. People really try to hijack your country politically here in America, whether it's on the left or the right. It's really weird. But anyway, I'm excited tonight for Out of Nowhere. BD Skeleton, what's up, BD? How you doing, man? I've got some former co-hosts that live out in Germany, and it looks so nice that, like, we we really love what it looks like out there in Germany. We wish you could be out there. What's up, Luke Rojas? BD Skeleton is the first one to drop a super chat, and he drops it almost instantly. Yeah, nothing's going to beat the 1990s Ninja Turtles. I mean, it's seriously, like, an awesome show. You can still watch it nowadays, and it's really good. And I think you can watch this one nowadays, because I did with my kid, and I was like, wow, I actually like it. It's a little different, but it's not that different. I thought I was going to be pissed. I wonder if Luke Rojas can go 3 sentences without saying faggot or gay. Questionable deflection going on here. Johnny Utah, Jesus. Well, I mean, you know, Luke Rojas is a younger guy, you know? He's like a... Luke is like a 15-year-old or something. So right now he's kind of in that gay... dick fag, like, he says a bunch of crazy shit like that, you know? So, I give him I understand him. I think he's actually a good guy, but he, you know, he's a good guy. He just throws, that's just his thing. Obviously, we have gay listeners and trans listeners and shit like that, and we love you, man. We don't care. But we're also not pussies here either. We're not SJWs. So that's the good news, is we're not coddlers, SJWs. We're going to give you special rights, but we love you no matter what you are. At least that's how I am, and I'm the leader, so fuck everyone else that thinks different. I'll fucking blow you if you're trans. I don't care, man. We'll blow each other. It's all good. Come on and be who you are and whatever. Just don't tell other people what to be because of what you are. That's kind of weird. Trey Garrow, the MCC is playable now. I don't know if you've played it. What the fuck is the MCC? I don't get the lingo. Help me. I don't get stuff. Abbreviations and stuff, like acronyms and shit, leave my head like boom. Johnny Utah, yeah, I know you're all for making fun of people. You just gotta switch it up a bit. Yeah, I agree. He does say it a lot, but it does get old. I get that. I saw Kelly Marie Tran interview. She said that people wish they were white. What the fuck? She's such an SJW. People wish they were white? Why? Why don't people just wish what they are? Like, oh, Master Chief Collection. Thank you. Wait, what about it, Trey? Trey, thanks for the super chat, man. The Master Chief Collection has been playable for years, though. What are you talking about, Trey? I've been playing Master Chief Collection since it came out, or like 2 weeks after it came out, because, you know, it didn't work the first 2 weeks it was out. It's been playable for a while. It took about a month to get really going, and they figured it out. Are these gumballs, like, why do they even do this? Why don't they put like little candies in there or something instead of gumballs? Because nobody wants to eat these. They're all dried out, taste like shit gumballs. I'm happy I got Raphael, man. Fucking pumped about Raphael. But Raphael's actually pink. It's not like red. So he's like pink. So see, they even had SJW shit back in the 90s, man. They made Raphael a goddamn girl, but that's okay. There was a female Ninja Turtle, man. Denise, what's up? How are you guys doing? Yeah, I will eat that turtle, Big Mark. I'm sure some people will get in here. I'm pulling a Tommy NC, except I'm not eating a giant turkey leg right now. I'm eating a goddamn ice cream. Yeah, I made some wrestling videos. I wanted to get back to doing these Q&As more regularly, but just shit is crazy. It's amazing how little time we really have. You think you have all the time in the world. Oh yeah, Derail, do you like this? You like this, Derail? You think you have all the time in the world. And, you know you don't. It's crazy. What's up, Drew? Drew, thanks for the $1.99, man. What's up? What's up, Pedwell? So I put a couple new videos up on Joe Cronin Show's YouTube channel, so make sure you look for that if you didn't see them. Make sure, shit, I don't know, you can still follow me on Twitter. Somehow I'm still on the Corrupted Twitter account, so it's @CorruptedPod, @CorruptedPod. And we'll talk about anything, man. We'll talk about Dave Meltzer's situation. I put videos up about that. I know it's kind of over now, but I keep bringing it up anyway. I'm going to do Out of Nowhere tonight. I thought I heard somewhere that Ace Combat was coming out, that they're coming out with another Ace Combat. That's crazy. I'm down with that. Yeah, Beely, I don't know what it is, man. Have you noticed that everything is a forced agenda recently? Like, everything. Like, Roman Reigns in WWE, the women's thing. Like, everything has become, like, you will like this. Like, we'll kill anybody who doesn't agree with us, basically. What is up? Why is that going everywhere? Oh, shit. Lord Shrimp Juice just said he's off work so he can watch the Q&A live. After Dark with Jesse was awesome. Dude, After Dark with Jesse, I've been getting emails like crazy. Like, I feel really happy with where Patreon is right now. Lord Shrimp Juice, thank you for the $5 tip, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Me and Jesse's podcast I thought was great. Me and Jake have a new one, the Jake and Joe podcast. So there's After Dark, the Jake and Joe podcast. There's Corrupted, and then just, you know, when I get Morning Madness back in the groove again, you know, really, and then on top of that with all the YouTube stuff that I upload, it has been a little crazy to try to like balance all this shit, especially when random shit goes wrong at my house or place or whatever. Hey, we'll be out of here soon, and this stuff will be a lot easier when we're in our own house. So then I'll be able to really schedule stuff a lot better. Not that I was ever that good with scheduling stuff anyway. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty damn happy with the fact that we have that many podcasts up there. There's going to be 1 or 2 podcasts coming to the Patreon soon as well. Probably in the $2 and $5 tier that don't have me on them. So there'll be a couple coming that are different. They're not taking the place of anything. They're just extra content on top of things. So they'll be exclusive to the Patreon. I'm working on that. That'll be coming up eventually. And shit, that's about it as far as that goes. Thank you for the super chats, man. I see Joe Rogan refuses to have Alex Jones on his show because he's afraid. Pedwell, I think what I heard Joe Rogan say yesterday was until the Sandy Hook court situation gets cleared up, he's not having him on. So like until like, but I mean, Joe Rogan is defending Alex Jones. You know, I think Joe Rogan should defend him a little more, but he's defending Alex Jones just like Bill Maher defended Alex Jones the other night, because you should. Even if you hate Alex Jones's guts, you should defend him. You don't have to defend what he did to the Sandy Hook people. You can say that's fucking despicable what he did, and you know what? He's getting sued for it. So that's fine. Let the American court do its thing. He's being sued for the things he was inciting or saying. Let that work out, but there's no need to really silence him everywhere you can. You know, let the guy speak so we can all hear whatever dumbass shit it is, you know? Some of what he says is amazingly true and accurate. Some of what he says is amazingly retarded, you know. But either way, let the guy speak. By the way, did you hear Madonna the other night? What the fuck, dude? Dude, it's so funny because everybody's, you know, the whole race thing, and everybody's upset about everybody, you know, white people, black people. You know, white people just keep taking black people's shit and hijacking it, right? Fucking that skinny actress bitch used that dead black woman so she could virtue signal to everyone about black woman matters, but she just did it so she could seem amazing, and she used a dead black girl's death to do that. Well, Madonna used Aretha Franklin to just pat herself on the back. What the fuck was that the other night? I didn't watch because I hate MTV, but someone sent me a clip and I went, wow, geez, that was nice. But then again, Madonna's out of her goddamn mind anyway, so is it really a white and black thing? I don't even think so. You know, I heard some of the more, I listened to some of the guys on who do radio and podcasting, some of the more all-black podcasts in the morning. Sometimes I listen to a couple of those guys. Like Breakfast Club, people like those guys, and you know, they were like, you know, this is what happens in the white people who run the thing. And I'm like, I don't really know if it's even a white black thing, but I do think the only thing race wise that I would bring up is that how, you know, once again, you know, Madonna, you know, I mean, she was just talking about blowing up the White House not that long ago, you know, so she's fucking crazy. But she just patted herself. It was just ugly. It was awkward. It was like, man, can you get somebody who actually like cares about Aretha Franklin to speak about Aretha Franklin? But I don't know. What the fuck? Boom, in the trash. Oh, I got it. Yep, I got it. It's in there. See, I only eat a quarter of the ice cream because if I eat the whole thing, you get fatter. So I have the little taste of the ice cream, feel like a kid again, and then throw it out. That's what I do now. Yeah, MTV sucks. I mean, nobody watched it. Nobody watches it anyway. All right, so my YouTube app just crashed. So a piece of, dude, these things have been like weird recently. I don't know. Like, I thought I was lagging out, but I didn't lag out. Literally my app just crashed. The new update to the YouTube app has been garbage. Has anybody been having trouble on Patreon? I got a message from Minnesota Vikings saying he was having a problem on Patreon. Let me know if that's the case. Johnny Utah, will Leah ever come back? I don't know, man. Leah's a weird person. I don't know. Yeah, she wants a house real bad, but yeah, the show is better if she's on it. But I don't know. She's just so pissed off, I think, that she doesn't even want to be on the show right now, I guess. So that kind of blows. But she's just in a bad mood. Every day is a bad day. The other day, I think she screamed to me that I had 27 days to get us out of here. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a real threat, but. Well, she said 30 days, and then she started texting me. She texted me yesterday, 27, 26. So she's counting down, I guess. I don't know what that means, like she's going to run away or take... I don't know what that means exactly, but... So, I have about 30 days to hit the lottery, I guess. I don't know. That's really weird. Joe, are you streaming the KSI and Jake Paul fight? Are they going to allow you to do that? If they allow you to, anybody to stream it, then I would, but I don't know if they're going to allow that. If they don't allow it, then I'll just simply review it the way I'll be live talking about it, for sure. So we'll see what happens. You know, I'll be live talking about whatever. I'll probably be live reacting to it, you know, whenever it is, wherever it is, whenever it is. I promised I'd live react to it, just like I did to the last one. With Mr. Joe, who couldn't punch worth a shit. I don't know when the fight is exactly. I forget what day it falls on. If it's a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But is it? Oh, you have to pay for it? Is it really? They're selling it? I thought the last one they just streamed for free on their channels or whatever. So if they're charging for it, shit, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna, if they're charging for it, I'm not gonna steal it, you know. I'm not into stealing things. I'm really into, you know, paying people for things. You know, I mean, if you have no money whatsoever, it's different to me. Like, if you have no money whatsoever and you're fucked, I feel like, you know, there's got to be a way you can watch it, you know, regardless, you know. But, you know, if it's like $5, I mean, I'd throw $5 at them. But you're right, they have enough money. That's true. They're loaded. That's true. Well, how much is it? Like, I could understand if, like, I mean, hey, like, listen, we got to make some money on this, you know. I would think they would say. If it was like $3, I'm not spending money to watch two tools fight. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I don't know if I wasn't reviewing it, I wouldn't buy it. I would never buy it. I'd be like, fuck that. I'm not buying your shit. I'm not buying, you know, two people who think they're gods, who are millionaires, multimillionaires, are going to fight and make people pay for it. Like, I'm not going to fucking watch that. But you do it all the time, you know what I mean? You pay to watch millionaires play baseball. You pay to watch millionaires play football. You pay to watch millionaires wrestle in WWE. You know, you even pay to watch me. You know, so it's like, I mean, I guess it's all depending on the value of the content. I guess if you're an obsessed Logan Paul fan and things like that, you know, you would ask for whatever the price is to watch their fight, I suppose. So, you know, I don't know, man. I can't blame them for making money, you know, because I think that that's just what you do, man. You try to make money. You try to do better. You don't need as much money as some people make. It's really ridiculous. But, I don't know. I guess I can't crap on it. I mean, I have a sort of mentality of doing that too. Like, you know, do as much as you can. But I don't know, man. $50 to watch two smart mouth fucking YouTubers fight each other. Like, I mean, I don't know. Someone better fucking die or something like that. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's how I think TSS. I've always liked that. 480p, it's $1.99. You know, 720p, it's $5.99. Watch it in 4K or whatever, in 1080p, 60 frames per second. You know, live. You know, watch it for, you know, $30. I don't know. Like, have all these different tiers, you know. If you're poor and you don't have any money really, watch it on digital stream or make up some fucking language and digital stream for $1.99, you know. You'll convert a lot more people with the $1.99, you know. There'll be like 900 people that would say, well, there'll be more than this, but, you know, 80% of people would be like, I'd watch it, but I'm not paying for it, so they'll watch an illegal stream of it. But, you know, if you can say, well, listen, we'll give you like an SD, like a decent, legit stream of it with the chat room for like $2.99, you know, you'll convert a whole bunch of people that weren't going to pay for it before. I mean, maybe that's not the right idea. I don't know what the numbers on these things are. I don't know if that takes away then from your $30 buy rate. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it does a little bit. But does it convert more people? And I think a lot of times their mentality is, if they're going to steal it, they're going to steal it anyway. So just make the real good stream $30 and that's it. Because if they're going to steal it, they're going to steal it anyway. So, that could be true with what they do. Did I miss a super chat because my fucking shit crashed? If I did, I don't know. I don't think I did based on what I'm looking at, but just in case I'm looking. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it was Lord Shrimp Juice was the last one. Thanks, Lord Shrimp. It's $14 Canadian, really? Well, it's not so bad. So that's like $9.99 in America, I guess, in the US, or maybe it's a little closer to that, like 11 or 12 bucks. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it is tonight. Yep. Reddit is full of HD streams for the WWE Network. Yet Reddit always shuts down my posts. I post about something and Reddit shuts it down. Yet people can post about that stuff. It's really pretty funny. What a scumhole that place is. Those are the people that basically like bullied Tommy for years. I don't know, $10. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, basically. I think like when I used to release pay for content on YouTube. Rarely, I didn't do a lot of it, but once in a while I would do something like I did a shoot video on somebody where like I was calling them out at basically saying how I really felt about them. And I didn't really want to put it on YouTube because I didn't want to cause a problem. But I thought, well, I still want to say it. And so I put it out there for $3.99. And I think like 6 people bought it, you know, and I'm convinced that I could have made it $7.99 and those 6 people pretty much still would have bought it. Because I think the people that really had the intrigue wanted to pay for it. And I think that most other people just said, I'm not paying for anything on YouTube, you know. And YouTube has changed a bit. Like nowadays, the funny thing is YouTube's taken away their whole, I believe they've taken away, or they are taking away, anyone's individual ability to sell DVR, sell videos. You used to be able to sell videos. I still see them on there, but I don't think anybody can do it anymore. So weird, because there should have been a market for that. If YouTube was smarter, if they could have seen the whole Patreon thing coming, and they knew their ad revenue was going away, you would think that YouTube would have created like YouTube Pledge or something like that, like a name like that. Like if I worked for YouTube, I would pitch something called YouTube Pledge. YouTube Pledge is a place where you can support your favorite creators on YouTube to keep making videos and get bonus videos and other content that other people don't get. And you know, you would call people pledgers. You'd be like, oh, you know, Michael's a $7 a month pledger, John's a $5 a month pledger. Have the stats come up, so if you super chat me, all the amount you super chatted me that month would pop up. So you'd be like, hey, what's up? It's Michael. He's a $7 a month pledger, and he's dropped over $50 in super chats this month. So big shout out to Michael. And every time you're in the chat, you know, those stats are there on your shit. That would be amazing, like to be like able to shout people and give them tiers and badges based on how much money they've supported the show with through that month or year or whatever. That would be fun, addicting, and a great way to show live support on YouTube. And they really could have taken at least 20 to 30% of Patreon's business if they had launched that right away. They didn't do it. I don't know why. If I worked for the company, I would be strongly pitching that, as opposed to some of the other things that they've tried to put on there that haven't worked out. I would even implement that in a way to Twitch. You know, Twitch does kind of have that. I think it gives you the little bit thing next to you. But I always thought that wasn't enough. I always thought it would be nice if you could hover over the person's name and it would show the stats for how they've supported you. And anybody else could see that too, if the person allows you to see it. So, like, the person can choose if all the other creators can see it, or all the other viewers can see it or not, you know. But I'm sure most people would show it because they're proud of that stuff. So that is really a good idea, I think. I could be wrong, you know. I know sometimes I come off as like, I know, it's like, I'm just throwing these ideas out there. Maybe there's a reason why that wouldn't work at all, or maybe they thought about trying that. Holy crapola! Speaking of donations and tips, Shane Fisher, what's up, Shane? You are an entertaining dude. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, Shane. Thanks, man, for the $10. Holy crap, man. Shane with the big $10. See, we could well, at least we can look at Shane's super chat at the top of the screen for the next 10 minutes or so. You know, that's the good thing about that. Thank you, man, very much for that. Didn't take away from Roman and the Shield. I'm a little bit behind on some of the comments here. Is there a multiplayer coming out for Red Dead 2? I believe Red Dead will have the multiplayer, yeah. I also believe that Red Dead will have, you know, it's going to have the online mode. It's going to have the, I thought it was going to have the Battle Royale mode. I thought it was going to have a war mode. Hopefully that's what happens. Yeah, yeah, you know, Felicia was on the interview I did with her, was talking about how she was like, oh, you know, I'm worried people were mad at me and stuff like that. But yeah, they were chanting asshole at the security guard mostly. I think the fans are mostly on her side. I think the guy with her was kind of a little bit of a douche, but, you know, come on. Thank you, Casual German. I don't know why, like, I feel like I'm that crazy guy banging on the front of a building saying, I've got these ideas, if only you hired me, you know. I can remember when Microsoft first announced what they were doing, and it was like, no, do this instead. And they were like, I remember one guy tweeted me from Microsoft and said I didn't know anything or something, and then they went to crap, and they fired the guy that made that decision. And I'm pretty sure if I was working there, I would have made them, I don't know, more. It would have been better if I was there. And I have no degree. I don't know what I'm doing, you know, other than I mean, obviously, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing too well in my life. I mean, maybe I do though because of the YouTube channel and what I've done here. Because I don't know. I know something. I don't know what it is that I know. But I have an intuition. I feel like I have an intuition about intuition. I have an intuition about some things. It's really weird. I can't explain it. And I think it's why I've always done well in the stock market too. I don't know why. It's very weird. I don't have any money to invest though, is the problem. So like my problem is I can't really figure out how to generate the money to invest it. You know, I tried reaching out to a guy who had a lot of money one time and I said, "Hey, if you do this, if you drop $10,000 on this stock, I bet you that you're going to make $50,000 this year." And you know, he was like, "Yeah, you're crazy," or something, and he never got back to me. And I was like, how do I find a rich person to like let me borrow some of their money to make us money? And I was like, so when you make this money, give me 30% or give me 20% and you keep the rest, and whatever. And it was, he probably thought I was like some kind of inside trading person or something. Like what is this shit? I'm not giving you this money. It's some kind of illegal thing here. But anyway, the stock went up, and if he had invested that money, he would have made, I think it ended up being about, he would have made $30,000, you know. So I would have made like 8,000 or whatever it was. But he's just, it's like, I don't know why this shit happens. There's no real science or reason to it. I look at like where the company's going and what it was doing and the numbers it was at, and I thought about like what other companies were doing, and I got a feeling, and then I went with it, and it's like stupid, and I don't know why that works. WWE stock, I made a video 3 years ago and said, I advise you all to buy WWE stock in large amounts if you can, because it's not going to stay at $9. It's going to go up to $20 or $30, maybe $40. And I promise you, in the next 2 years, it's going to go up at some point, you know. And it did right away almost. It went up to 30, and now it's sitting at 80-something dollars. I mean, what the hell? If you had bought WWE stock, when I was a kid, I won the stock market game in middle school, but I'm terrible at math. So it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what this intuition is, like, with stuff. I have no idea. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, as far as I can tell, other than these little things that happen, I'm a moron. But it's weird. It just keeps happening. I told my mother to invest in Microsoft, like, in the middle of the 90s, I think it was. Or it was the late 90s. Or, no, it was Google. It was Google. I told my mother to invest in Google very early on. I told her, like, please invest in Google. Like, do you know how to invest, Mom? And she was like, oh, yeah, we have some stocks and stuff. And I'm like, where's the... She's like, we have a stockbroker person. I'm like, invest in Google. Invest in Google. And she didn't do it. She was like... She's like, oh, that's funny. Like, and she never did. But I was adamant that, like, please, like, let's go now. I'm excited. Let's invest in Google. And if we invested in Google, we'd be millionaires right now. That, and I was like, what do you have in other stocks? You know, buy $5,000, buy $2,000 worth of Google stocks. It would have been crazy. It'd be nuts. And she said no, and I still remind her about it. Like, I'm at home and I'm like, hey, remember when I told you to buy Google stock back in, I don't remember what the year was. I don't even remember what the year was. It was late 90s or early 2000s or something. It was at some point, you know, right as it was out. It was like, this is a thing, man. This is big. You know, it felt different than Lycos and, you know, whatever the hell the search engines back then on Netscape Navigator and all those other search engines back in the late 90s. You know, it just felt different, and it felt really together. It was so good. It was like, this company's going to be here. This is one. Like, whenever you see one of those legacy, I don't even know what to call it, like a special company or a legacy company or something special, the minute you see that it pops, you go, oh, this is the new thing. Now, sometimes they're in for a little while and then they're out really quick, right? Like, you're like, you think it's the new thing. Like say you think Fortnite's the new thing, but then it's out. But I know that everyone's been saying that they think Fortnite's going to go bye-bye soon or whatever. But it's like, I don't think so. You know what I mean? The popularity of Fortnite probably hit the highest it ever will at this point. But the minute you could smell Fortnite coming when it was doing really well at the beginning and people started playing it and it started getting a little buzz, before the whole Drake and everybody played it and everything like that, way before that. And if you had invested in making a video channel on it, you could have really grown a YouTube channel around that game, if you were smart. The minute that you smell that new thing coming, you have to sort of feel it and invest it. Anyway, do I watch Better Call Saul? No, I've never seen the show. I heard it was good, and I know it's a spin-off, but of Breaking Bad, I think, right? And Breaking Bad is another show that's really good, I guess, but I never watched Breaking Bad. I know that the guy from Breaking Bad in the video or in the show was wearing Desert Boots, which is the shoe company I used to work for. We sold Desert Boots at a shoe company called Clark's. What's up with Battlefield 5? You know, I don't know. Aren't they getting all this hate for the whole goofy SJW situation? It seems like they're going to be in trouble. They made a mistake doing that, you know. What's up, Amanda? How are you? Do you ever play scratch tickets or the lotto? Johnny Utah, yeah, I do a little bit, because when I was driving a car back in 2004, I got my paycheck for $300, and I said, you know what? I'm going to spend my whole $300 paycheck on $5 scratch tickets. There's got to be something in that ticket. You know, there's got to be a winner at some point. So I dropped $300 on $5 worth of tickets. I got into my car, and I started scratching away. About 20 or so tickets in, or whatever it was, 15 tickets in. I scratched a $500 ticket, and I went, damn. I kept scratching, and I won 20, 30s, 50s, a bunch of losers, you know, 5, 5, 10, and I ended up coming out with like $640 or something like that. I walked back in, cashed in the tickets, walked back out again, sat in the car and was like, damn, I just turned my $300 paycheck into $630. So then I was like, screw it, I'm going to do it again. So I went in with $300 more, and I said, this is probably a bad idea. And I scratched another, like, whatever, $300 worth of cards. Because I figured if I lose the $300, well, I've still got my $300, but I'm trying to get rich. I'm not trying to make a couple bucks. So I went and scratched another group of tickets, and I think I won like $100 or something total, like 5s, 10s, 5s, 10s. And so, you know, I lost $200, and at that point I gave in and I went home. But, you know, I still came out like over $100 over my paycheck, so I thought that was pretty cool. And there was one time when a scratch ticket, you know, when somebody says, no, I don't want that scratch ticket, put it back. Oh, it's the last one, I don't want it. And the guy puts it back or whatever. Like, I think it was 000. And I go, yeah, give me that $10 one right there. And he hands it, he goes, oh, it's the 000. And I'm like, so? I guess people have a superstition about the first ticket or whatever. I don't know. They don't want it. So it was just sitting there. I was like, oh, I'll just take it. I don't care. Get back to the car, scratched it, $1,000. $1,000. And I was like, that is hilarious. Because I guarantee more than one person passed up that fucking ticket, and the original person that was like, "Yeah, put it back." The numbers on the bottom of the card don't matter. They print them all randomly. They don't give a shit. So it was really weird. Yeah, I don't know. It was just dumb luck, you know. I think I don't get exact intuition like that. You know what I mean? I don't get like, oh, it's a 5, it's a 15, it's a 30. I don't get that type of intuition. I talk about this with Jesse before. I don't get the type of intuition where it's like, oh yeah, I know it's going to be a 6, a 5, and a 10. I don't get that sort of thing. I get more of a feeling towards something. Like, if I'm sitting doing something and I start something at 5 o'clock, I can be sitting doing something and I don't have a clock anymore, right? If I don't have a clock and I'm doing a bunch of stuff and someone goes, what time is it? I'll say like, I feel like it's 5:42. And it will be like fucking 5:42, or it'll be like 5:41, or it'll be like really close to what I said. You know, it's like I've got a feeling for what, you know, what the time is or what I'm doing. That sort of thing. If that makes sense, that's just a good guess. Somebody would say maybe it's all just good guesses. Maybe it's a whole string of just good guesses. You know what I mean? I have a feeling that they're gonna do something big at the beginning of the WWE SummerSlam match to distract the crowd. You know, then that I couldn't tell you who was going to win exactly. I got all that wrong. You know, although it did seem like Roman was going to win, as I said on the Raw review, because, you know, he got assaulted by Heyman and Brock, and they really painted him. You know, it should have been his turn to win. He was classic babyface. But so I don't necessarily always get the hard-on facts right, but I get the feeling of the vibe of what's going to go on. But again, that's just obvious that you should have a distraction at the beginning of that match. So anybody could have said that, because it's just they did it because it's the obvious thing to do. If you want to push your agenda of Roman Reigns on everybody, well, you've got to have a distraction, or you're going to be listening to people go, this match sucks. You both suck. You know, so you know they're going to do that. So, I mean, a lot of times I suggest things like this, though, and they don't do it, but they did that night, and I thought it was really interesting that they did it, because I was like, yeah, they're going to have to do something weird. I think for a while I thought it was also going to be like blood or something, or I thought there would be like an attack before the match started that was crazy. You know, I had all these different ideas to distract. I didn't necessarily come up with that, but there was one show I did, not the predictions video, but at the end of the show I was like, maybe Braun just comes out and then he pretends like he's going to cash in, and then he sits by ringside, and that would be enough of a distraction. And you can find the video clip of me saying that, and then they goddamn did it. It was really weird. But I don't know, man. But I'm also an idiot, so I am an idiot. Like, I mean, there's no way around that. I kind of am an idiot. But everybody's smart and stupid in their own ways, so it's all weird, you know. I mean, like, I'm sitting here. I mean, you could look at it two ways. I'm either smart, I'm either somewhat creative and smart to like be able to do this show by making no money on ads. It's all funded by you guys and the listeners and the viewers and the patrons and the donations. So am I smart for that? I don't know. Am I an idiot because it all rides on that? I don't know. Because without that, what the hell am I good at? What am I good for? You know, I applied to many radio stations, many places, many news stations. Didn't get called even for an interview for any of these places. Aside from straight A's the first semester of college, I left college, so I'm not good at college. I didn't pass college. I didn't get a degree. I dropped out of 12th grade in the middle of it and just got a GED, you know. So, like, I don't know. What would I be doing? You know, I drove for an auto parts store for 3 years and then became the assistant manager. I did sales for multiple companies, and every time I did sales, I always was the top of the mediocre. Like if you had the top, if this is like the top guys that make they get rich in that sales job, and then you had all the people down here who are like, just, you know, they're making pretty good money, but they're in the mediocre sales guys, and then you had the losers at the bottom. You know, I was like right here. I would always cross the line, you know, to where it's like I wasn't one of the superstars destroying, but I was the top of the middle class, if that makes any sense. And that's when it comes to sales. So I thought, oh, well, I guess sales is, you know, what I'm good at, whatever. Customer service, I like helping people. Like, I like genuinely helping people. Like, I know how to help you. Let me help you with that. Or maybe let me give you an idea. I'm not telling people what to do, because I don't necessarily think I'm like going to tell you what to do. I don't like doing that, but I like helping. Like, here's how you do that. I am going to steal that phrase, top of the Metacore. Yeah, I'm the top of the Metacore, man. It's weird. It's every job, every sales job. I even told even when I went to apply for the window company, I was doing sales for windows. If you guys, some of you guys remember when I used to drive around and do the videos, I used to sell windows. And I even said to the guy when I started working there, he was like, well, you know, how confident are you that you're going to be able to do this and everything? And I said, well, every other sales job I've ever had, I'm in the top of the average people, like the top, like right. And I flirt with the elite. And he was like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And I literally just did the same thing in that job. It was the same thing. It was like, I think it's because I'm unwilling. I was unwilling to lie to people like the elite guys lied to people. You know, I could sort of spin around the truth a bit, but I wouldn't lie to people. You know, I couldn't do that. And I watched them when I would ride with some of them, and I'd watch what they do, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are really fucking liars. Like, that's how you get sales, you know? You know, and so I would, you know, I wouldn't go there quite. I would tell people more the truth. And a lot of times if you tell people, when I told people the truth and tried to sell that, it would work out better. So most people buy that. But you do eliminate some of the people that, you know, you could have maybe fooled. But I don't like that. So, like, that just wasn't my style. So I was like, all right, well, I'm good with 80%. I'm an 8 out of 10 salesman. I'm good with being an 8 out of 10 salesman, I guess. Because I didn't lie to anybody. you know, for the most part. There was a couple times where like something didn't happen and I was pissed, you know, later on, but I went to the house and told them about it. You know, I was like, hey, listen, this guy says now they're gonna do this. But yeah, it's hard to balance that rope if you have a you have no conscience. You can destroy that stuff. I know that I've told this real quick story, but this is the funniest story like ever to me. Like, this kills me. Is it possible to sum up what my channel is in a minute? Mimi, what's up, Mimi? Okay, so normally this channel is about video games, and I stream my video game content here. And normally we talk about video games here. One of my other channels is not, and that channel is unable to go live until October. So every once in a while now I've been going live on this channel to kind of just do a Q&A with people. My other channel is 57,000 subs. It's a wrestling channel. My other one is Corrupted Podcast. It's kind of like a comedy entertainment podcast channel. And this one's supposed to be all video games. So we're not exactly doing video games right now. What I will be playing is PUBG, probably some Fortnite. We're going to play some Halo later today, NHL, and Diablo 3. And what else are we playing? There's a couple other things we'll be playing coming up, you know. So that's the short of it. But yeah, so right now we're kind of not talking video games, so I'm sorry to the people that are here for video games. They're like, what the hell is going on? But I'm just kind of doing a Q&A talking about stuff because I can't go live on Corrupted right now, so I'm going live here. Oh, the collector's edition of WWE 2K19. That's cool. I don't know. I haven't been excited about 2K WWE. I'm just not excited about it anymore. I wish I did get that Finn Balor collection one a little while back. That was pretty cool. Free-to-play podcast may come back this week, and if it does, it will be here on the gaming channel again, I believe. Yeah, it will be here on the gaming channel. So free-to-play podcast may return this Sunday. I'm working that out right now, trying to figure out what to do. A lot of people just couldn't make the other ones, and I couldn't get people together, and I just didn't feel like doing them then. Also, me and Jake may just do the free-to-play podcast separately and upload it. If that happens too, that may happen as well. But yeah, one of my favorite stories when I was working in Windows sales, because I didn't really fall. Sounds like you mean to make a third channel because you were getting pretty deep on some positive advice. Sounds like you need to make a third channel. What was this guy saying? Is he a new guy? Sounds like you need to make a third channel because you were getting pretty deep on some positive advice. I don't know. I don't know what that comment means 100%. So maybe like say it again in a different way, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I've had this channel for years, but I just don't upload that many games on it. But starting this week, you know, we're going to be doing a lot more gaming on it again, and I'm going to be doing the gaming podcast. There's a few gaming podcasts on here you can listen to if you like PUBG especially, and Halo. But my other, you know, my wrestling channel is obviously my biggest channel, and Corrupted can't go live right now, so that's the second biggest channel. And this is probably my fourth biggest channel, I think, or my third biggest channel, I believe. I don't know. I do different things on all of them, as most of you know. Obviously, Patreon really has become the second biggest channel because that is just huge over there. So I was when I was selling Windows, the funniest thing was my manager called me for a little meeting, a talk with 3 other guys, and we were the top sellers that month or something like that. Yeah, I wish Leah would do some gaming content. Leah is just, I think Leah's really depressed right now. She doesn't want to do anything. I don't think she'll do anything, just because she just hates everything right now, I think. I don't know, she's just really depressed. It's really bad here. You know, I don't really want to talk about it, but, you know, people keep bringing it up, I guess. But it's really bad here, is all I can say. It's really bad where we are right now. There's just fighting. There's no room to move. People keep bringing stuff in the house and putting it in here and moving stuff and hiding things, and we lose things. The house is dangerous to me. Like, I just don't like it. We're clustered in here. It's not good right now. Like, it's horrible. It's so bad. Like, I'm the type of person that, like, I'm probably going to be pretty positive if everybody else is positive. You know, I get way more positive when other people are positive. So if you see me being kind of like depressed or negative or like seem like I'm just done, it's usually because I'm affected by other people's moods. So it's really bad. But you know, whatever, it is what it is. And you guys are helping extremely a lot. And we're really close to getting out of here and getting a house. But it's just been whatever. But anyway, so the sales meeting, there's 3 top sales guys and me. This is like 4 years ago. There's 3 top sales guys and me, and we go to meet with this guy, the manager, and he starts introducing all of us to everyone. You know, and there's like 5 or 6 guys there. Everybody's in suits, like kind of some of the people in suits. You know, I'm kind of in a collar shirt, and you know, they're introducing everybody. I told the story about 3 different times, but I'm probably telling it a little bit wrong, but it's about like this. And they're like, guys, I want you to meet the sales manager. He is the #1 seller in the country right now. And everybody was like, yeah. Everybody kind of clapped in a circle. You know, it was like 6 of us. Yeah. This right here is Richie Billikus. You guys know Richie Billikus, obviously. But last month, he became the all-time sales guy in the company or whatever the fucking, like, everybody's like, yeah, cool. And then he got to me. And he goes, and this is Dan. This is Dan. He fucks with people's heads. And then that was it. We just looked at him and then had our fucking lunch. It was he like built everybody else. He was like, you know, Matt. So Matt at first didn't get what we were doing, but then he really got into it. And I got to tell you right now, he's one of the top guys in vinyl, you know. And my sales thing was all over the place, but I was the top guy. You know, I was one of the top guys, but it didn't make any sense what I was doing. And I didn't follow any of the wording and what I was supposed to say. I just went in the house and sold fucking windows. I didn't care. And so he just goes, this is Dan. He fucks with people. Like, it was just, it was like fucked up. He's like, I was like, what the fuck? But it was like so serious up until that point that it was just so funny. Like, I started laughing like, hey, like, let's go in. We had food, and he talked about the sales projections, and it was like, you guys are all doing a good job, and gave everybody, like, a bonus check for, like, $300, and said, all right, see you guys. And anyway, that was 4 years ago, and I just thought that was hilarious that this guy was like, he fucks with people. He came into one of the houses with me. This guy's, like, 48 years old, or 45 years old, you know, at the time. I think I was, like, 30 or 29. He came in the house with me, and I remember him he shook his head. He goes, dude, you did everything in there wrong almost. But you just sold them. I don't know what to tell you. Whatever. Like, he was like, whatever. Mimi, I won't miss your response. I'll go back. I just tuned in. I don't know who you are. However, I noticed that your perspective of honesty in sales tells me that you seem to have a good character. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Thank you. That's really cool. I'm a loudmouth and somebody who says some really fucked up stuff. But I don't know, man. I love everybody, and I'm not always honest. I don't think anybody is. But yeah, some of the shit that those guys would do was whacked out, and I was like, I'm not doing that. But I will try to get the sale, but I'm not gonna do that. Later, Heistman Defoe. What's up, bro? Good to hear from you. Hey Joe, you and JD are doing better now. Yeah, we say hi to each other, you know. We say hi to each other. Again, I don't hold grudges with anybody. You know, I may hold a mini grudge or something with somebody for like a month or 3 months, like we said, you know. But I mean, the guy sent me a cease and desist letter, you know, for Christ's sake, and I'd give him a hug if I saw him, you know. I don't care about that. And I think I said he was a fucking cat asshole or something. And I mean, really, I don't know. Who knows? It was all just shit, man. We had a little beef, and that happens, and it was funny. I think he took it too serious, and but in the end, it's all good. I texted him the other day. Me and him agree on all kinds of things, so it's like basically not even a point to talk to him. I just text him like, yep, you're gonna think the same thing I think about this. I don't have beef. I'm vegetarian, says first name, last name. What's up, first name, last name? Thank you guys for the super chats, too. We did $23 in Super Chats during this. What is your PUBG name? I just downloaded it 2 weeks ago. I know what my Xbox username is, but on PC I haven't played PUBG on PC in a couple weeks, and I don't remember what the hell my name is on there. But I'll probably talk to you about it in a video when I release my next PUBG news, which will be later on today, I think, or tomorrow. Me and Jake will talk about PUBG. So many updates to Xbox we'll talk about, and then there's some on PC that we can talk about as well. Jake is doing much better health-wise than he was before, so that's the good news. So he's doing pretty good. But my time is come to an end on this Q&A stream. You can find me here. Hit the sub button down below if you're new. If you want some of the gaming stuff and random videos like this. Jake told me to call in to Out of Nowhere tonight. I got a bit of... Okay, yeah. The Rose. What's up, Rose? Yeah, call into Out of Nowhere tonight. We'll try to get you on for sure. I mean, I will get you on. You know, I'll just have Jake remind me, and we'll try to definitely get you on, you know, fairly... you know, call in probably like quarter of the way through the show, or 20 minutes into the show, or 15 minutes into the show, probably the best time. Right, a lot of people call right at the beginning of the first 10 minutes, and it's like, no, don't do that, because we're all like settling in, trying to talk and figure stuff out. But yeah, we'll talk about it tonight. I'm sure we'll get you, Beely, too. You're in the phone system. If you're not in the phone system and you have a phone number and you want me to add it on your Patreon, hit me up with a message on Patreon and I'll add you there. Salty Cameron, what's up, Salty? What's up, Beely? What's up, Dolphin? I would think that all you guys are probably, everyone in here is probably subbed to all three of my major YouTube channels: youtube.com/corruptedpodcast, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, and youtube.com/JCS Gaming, which is this channel, and then my Twitch account, which is twitch.tv/Joe Cronin JCS. I know that I've been banned on Twitter for saying MTV hates white people. Apparently that was a joke that went too far 2 years ago. So whenever I make a new Twitter account, they ban me. But I'm still active on my Corrupted Podcast Twitter account. So my Corrupted Twitter is @CorruptedPod on Twitter. So @CorruptedPod on Twitter. That is still working. Don't know why. Don't know how. I don't know. I can never have a Twitter again. It's bizarre to me. But whatever. Oh, Rose, I might still have it stored. If I don't, though, I think I still have you stored. But if other people that never been stored want to make sure I have it or whatever, just hit me up on Patreon with a private message. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Yeah, I get the censorship. I get trying to make everybody be nice to each other. I get sort of trying to do that, but it seems like there's an agenda there that's not really about that. It's let's make certain people be nice to each other, but other people it's okay. That is really dangerous and wrong. I don't like it. And it's coming from my former own party, which is really creepy to me. Yeah, you can call on a cell phone. You can just call in. You can just write in your cell. You can write in your cell phone or your Skype, and I'll add you on Skype or I'll add your cell phone on Patreon. Just make sure you message me on Patreon. And right now I'm going to go I've got some giveaway stuff. We're going to be giving away some things. So look for that on Patreon too. There'll be a code. I'm going to tweet out like a phrase or whatever. And whoever can get on first tonight, it'll be random, you know. You can repeat the phrase. We'll get the stuff that we give away. Okay. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for the Super Chats. I'll see you tonight for Out of Nowhere at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on the Joe Cronin Show main channel for the Wrestling Talk. Thanks for being here. Shout out to all you guys who donated or commented. I'll be around. Just message me down below when this video goes up. My Instagram's been really good too recently. That's two things. Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. And also Facebook. Facebook.com/Rage Internet Radio. On Facebook. It's all confusing, I know, but all the links are on the Joe Cronin Show description box. They might even be below on this description box. I've been putting up videos more on Facebook because of that too as well. So, all right. I'm out. Love you all.